guys, so my name is Jasmine from Jasmine Briana. I have a lifestyle channel here on YouTube where I post videos about my journey with my son on the autistic spectrum disorder. I make videos about tips on life. I also make videos about my hair, which I'm also on a natural hair journey. And my lifestyle channel consists of a lot of different videos, anything life related. Now, before I get into the video choice that I wanted to do, I wanted to take the time out to just thank 411 mamas, especially Chrissy, for giving me the opportunity to be a guest mama for the month of December. So the video that I decided to do is something I haven't really seen on YouTube. My video is going to be about co-parenting tips. Now, in my situation, I have a 4-year-old son. Me and his father are not together. However, we do have a unique co-parenting relationship where we co-parent very well. It's not usual. I mean, it's not common. That's what I want to say. It's not common, the co-parenting relationship that we have. So with that being said, and just learning from my own experience, I'm going to give some tips on how to co-parent efficiently, successfully. Yeah. So if you want to know those tips, just keep watching. The first tip that I have is to always remember that your child, him or her, comes first. So whatever decision you guys are trying to make, just make sure that you always have in your head that it's always for what's best for your child, always for what's the best benefit for the child. Number 2, try your hardest to never argue in front of the child, especially if it's about arrangements as far as who's going to get him or her whichever day that you guys may be arguing about. And if it's not about arrangements, just still try not to argue in front of the kid, because I feel like that will be detrimental to the kid in some sort of way, because you don't want like your child to see that, and you just don't want your child to see their parents arguing. Trust me.
Mom, you on Batman.
I see it. The third tip I would say is to make a schedule. Make a consistent schedule. I'm gonna have such and such this weekend, you're gonna have him that weekend, I'm gonna have him these days, and you're gonna have him these days. So just make a schedule and make sure that it works for your schedule and the other parents' schedule as well as the kids. Like, obviously you guys are gonna put like the child's schedule first. My child is only 4 years old, so right now he doesn't really have a schedule. But I'm speaking like if your child is older and he or she is in sports, yeah, like they have extracurricular activities after school. They do sports, they do like tutoring or stuff like that. Just make sure you work around their schedule, and then you guys work on your schedule. I'm gonna have him here, you're gonna have him here. I'm gonna have him this holiday, and you're gonna have him the holiday next year, or something like that. So yeah. So number 4, my 4th tip is to obviously communicate. I don't know how parents who don't I don't see how parents, it's more common with divorce co-parenting, but I don't see how 2 parents don't communicate with each other. Like when they're over the other parent's house, like you don't hear from them, you don't know what they're doing, you don't know what they're around. Like, I don't, like, that just baffles me. Like, your child is gone for the weekend and you don't know what they're doing. You can't talk to them until they come back to you. That's a little odd. That's really a little odd. So I would say every person's or every pair of parents situation is different, but I would try my best to try and have like an open communication without being disrespectful, without all the other like nonsense that goes with it. Try and keep like your pride. Try to have a handle on your pride, and just try and, like, if you don't like the other co-parent with a passion, just try your hardest to just communicate with them just a little bit so you know what's going on with your child when he's with the other parent. I don't see how people do that. Like, I would just be a mess if, God forbid, me and Jalen's father isn't like that. But if it ever came to that, not going would, but if it ever came to that, I think I would like lose my mind, not knowing what my son's doing. But that's beside the point. My 5th tip, it will be to make house rules. And what I mean by house rules is that make sure, like, for example, a house rule that Jalen and Brandon, that's Jalen's father's name, have is where I don't like when Jalen plays like really rough with his toys, where he's like, granted he's a boy, but I don't like when he's like playing with his superheroes or his Legos and he just drops them and it sounds like the toy is breaking, and I don't like that. And he plays like that, I'm assuming he plays like that with his dad, because they're just like two peas in a pod, like they play like that. And when I want to play with him, he does that, and I don't want to play like that. I don't like that. So one of our house rules is that we play nicely with our toys. We don't throw them, we don't be aggressive with them. That's just example. So for another example, a general example is that if you have an older child and they're not doing good in school and mom grounds them, tell them that they can't be on their electronics because they're not doing good in school. So the child goes to dad's for the weekend or whichever, and Jill wants to say hi. Say hi, man.
Hi, so we guys. That's me, Mommy. And she knows when I go, I go.
Be quiet.
When I go to it, I sing a boo.
Hey, if you're gonna sit in mommy's lap, you gotta let mommy talk, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So, say for example, he goes over dad's house for the weekend, and he's still not allowed to be on his electronics because he's still not doing good in school. So, a house rule would be like, in mom's house, if you're not doing good in school, if I ground you here, and you can't have electronics, you shouldn't be allowed to have electronics at dad's too. I know you.
I love you.
I know you.
I love you too.
Number 6. Oh, stop. Don't kick it. Number 6 is to be respectful.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Say, be respectful.
Be respectful. I think because
Okay. Alright.
That's enough, your body.
That's enough. You don't want to disrespect the other parent. That's just, no.
I just met one time that number 7.
Sure.
Kick
you out. I kick you to boot. Giving you the boot. Get out of here. No, get out of here. No.
I keep talking.
No, don't keep talking.
Oh, sing.
Okay, so that's all the tips that I'm going to give today in this video. I am making another video with Brandon, so he too can give his tips as well. If you guys want to check that out, just come on to my channel. It is www.youtube.com/Jasmine Briana, JasmineBrianaycn.
Yeah.
So thanks again to 411 Mamas. I really appreciate that. Until next time, see you later.
Bye.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mwah.
Mwah.